to the Casual Experience.
Hello casuals, you're welcome to the Casual Experience Show, a show for MMA enthusiasts where we give you daily MMA gists and updates. We just about fights here. And on this episode, giving you our preview on Erin Blanchfield and Maycee Barber this weekend. And I'm here with my guy, Gito.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome
back to the Casual Experience.
Yeah, well, welcome.
Yeah.
And you see, the whole MMA scene has been buzzing. Last week we had just about all the cards announced, and even still this week, it still seems to be what's happening.
Wow.
The buzz of 316 next week, the buzz of 317, 318, 319, and they're just bangers of fights back to back. It has even made us almost forgotten that there's a fight this weekend.
Most of the fights this weekend are top tier decider fights for the following, but all the main excitements that we are waiting for, starting from next week. I think we are waiting for a lot of excitement.
Yeah, but I woke up this morning and I was going through my daily MMA podcasts and going through news, and I just came across a shocking news. Ilia Topuria has parted ways with his coaches, Hoye Clement and Augustine Clement. He's parted ways with them. With his fight this close. What do you think of it?
If the news that we have is correct, then it's amicable. But this close to a fight can also be worrisome. From what I see, he moved, so he wants to, and that's one thing about being a champion. Nobody wants to have to be shouting, remember the name. He wants to be a champ's champ. He wants to sit down in front of people, and he wants people to remember that he's the champion and be there. So I think his strategy right now is turning all the energy to him, and the Clements are not about that. They have a lot of other fighters that they want to come through their ranks.
Yeah, but you see that normally when you hear that fighters and coaches part ways, it's always towards the tail end of the fighter's career, or maybe he's going through a bad season, going through some couple of losses, and they just feel that they have to make a change. But I mean, these guys have been training him since he was 15 years old. Before he came to the UFC, before he came anything, they were with him through his run, his championship run in featherweight, and now that for the biggest fight of his life, what do you think his motive could be?
Change. Yes.
Anyway, he's changed weight classes, so he feels
and the weight class he's going into. It's not something that I feel like the fighter like Ilia knows his strategy. And for someone that has fought that well and come this far fighting that well, I think he's one of those people that understands when he needs to step up his game, or when he needs to put his brand, or what he needs to do to get his brand moving forward.
And it doesn't even seem
surprisingly, this is like both parties are saying is an amicable split. Whether there's just inside it, we'll hear further down the line.
Yes.
But right now, this close to a fight, I can't be very worried about it.
Yeah. And did you hear that Nidias was on a podcast? It was on a AJR podcast this weekend, and he was saying he wants to be back in the UFC. He wants to fight Conor McGregor for the third time. No, they were asking for potential fights, his potential opponents. He mentioned Max.
Do you know the people that coming back to what division?
Obviously, I don't think he will fight in welterweight now. He will be fighting in welterweight.
No, do you know the names in that welterweight that are hungry, that are just unranked?
Nadia's fight will be more of a
legacy fight.
Not legacy fight, like it will be more of a show. If that happens, it's not for a title run,
so
or someone that
somebody like a Chandler kind of person now that can throw under the boss.
Him and Nadia's and Chandler isn't a bad idea. It will be an exciting fight, don't you think?
It should be. Somebody will sleep.
Nick Diaz, I'm definitely not Nick Diaz. Definitely not. He's going to endure all Chandler is.
But that's actually an exciting fight. Too.
Yes, now.
But if he comes back, let's see if he comes back. Let's see if he's serious enough.
He said he's not. He's open to it.
He's bored.
Yeah,
he's bored.
And he was giving us gist on the reason why he holds he carries water bottles everywhere. You remember when him and Tono had that their fight.
Okay, so
Where he was throwing water bottles. You know, he had a recent squabble again last weekend. Then he was just explaining why he carries water bottle. He was like, if me and you are verbally arguing, and you're like, what do you do? What do you do? You're confrontational at me. It takes, and all he needs to do is just take his water bottle and fling it at you. That the wave has turned back to him. He will be like, yeah, I just did that. What do you want to do? That's why he carries water bottle about.
That's an animal.
Yeah. Belal Shafkat. Jonanik. You know, Jonanik is close to Belal. Like, him and Belal are good friends.
Yeah.
So he was announcing that the Belal Shafkat is in the works for October.
I like Shafkat though, man. That's not his way. For Belal and what I saw with JDM.
But he no go fight like that, oh. He won't fight the way for JDM. He will want to come back with a kind of purpose.
That collected Ian 0. That's him, Shafkat.
Yeah.
That's him.
But he's been injured for months. By October, it will be over 6 months now.
A lot of people have gone and come back. A lot of people have gone and not come back. But Shafkat is still hungry, bro.
But it's not going to be an easy fight for him. Belal will be coming back with vengeance. And Belal's manager just debunked the news. I don't know if it's his real account. He just debunked the news that's not true.
That's not a good fight for Belal at all. Coming back from a loss?
Yes.
No, it's not a good fight.
If that's not a good fight now for Belal, what do you think about Leon and Morales, UFC 20, that they are trying to put up? Mexico.
Because they know that Morales would at least stand this. He has that sliver of chance with Leon.
I don't understand. What sliver of chance? Are you giving Leon a chance?
Okay, but
are you giving Leon a chance against him?
Head kick,
which head kick? Now you are living in the past. I don't understand.
In the past, it's the same thing that we didn't see it coming. That's the beauty of fights like that. You don't see it coming.
Gator, did you see what Morales did to this last weekend?
So wait, are you saying that? And this is not taking anything away from him, but are you saying that Leon is not as hungry anymore?
Oh, hold on now. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not hungry. Now, the same question goes to Gilbert Bond. Do you think Gilbert Bond is no longer
Morales
hungry?
will most likely win that fight because...
Did you see what he did to Gilbert Bond?
First of all, because of being in Mexico, right? And trying to make it work, right? But it's in those moments that a fighter like Leon Edwards make it or break it. When they don't have a chance. When you've taken everything out of them. That's when they will not. When you expect things from people like that, from Leon Edwards, you see all the fights after you started expecting.
I'm honestly not giving Leon a chance here.
That's why I'm saying.
In fact, when I heard the news, the first thing I wrote was like, they are putting a nail on this guy's coffin.
Now, and those are the fights that he goes and performs in.
Hi. Until then, though. Yeah, and Anthony Smith, our newly minted, retired.
That one is his best life.
Yeah, he interviewed Merab now, and he was interviewed Merab for ESPN, and he was like asking Merab professional questions. Like it's really suited him the new position of, and
I feel it's something he was working on. He was working on behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's always even when he was fighting.
He had a plan. I think he's one of those people that already knew that they didn't want to be bored after their fighting career and they wanted to transition and still stay in the industry.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of those people.
And he did a good work. He did a very great job.
I saw Sugar training with Easy.
Yes, I saw the video too. Badass.
That's not even badass, bro. That's
not sparring.
It's not even sparring, bro. That doesn't help his case, bro. Remember, like that is to me, that is only going to. And if you watch this, don't take this as I'm a very big fan of. But that's Israel has done it all, lived it all. Do you want to be training with somebody like that has done if he's probably fighting now, he's just probably fighting for like entertainment of himself, not even the fans.
Yeah.
Now, why is Sugar going to go and train with somebody like that? That's
it's not that he went to train with Izio. When you see fighters sparring, it's just like the way women and you get conversation or fighting. We see another fight entails it again. We are talking about fight. To them, that's their own conversation. It doesn't mean it's preparing him.
No, I'm not even talking about preparing him. I'm just talking about.
Are you saying why should he?
Perspective of. Don't you have more important things to do, bro? No, go practice. Do what they do.
Waiting, you can't talk about Max Holloway. Max Holloway wey dey with Korean Zombie right now. Wey the both of them just dey play about.
Who did you call him? Who did you call again?
Korean Zombie.
Max Holloway.
Yes,
baddest motherfucker alive.
Doesn't he have a fight? He has 318 coming up now.
Done it all.
July.
Done it all, leave it all, seen it all. Easy. Done it all, leave it all, seen it all.
Yeah, look, those are just fighters vibing. I don't see.
I hope so.
I don't see anything. In fact,
you vibe and meet with me in that cage.
Merab, didn't you see Merab? Okay, now just like you saw Easy and Sugar Sean training, sparring together. Did you see Merab and his father yesterday? Merab and his father, him and his father were grappling yesterday. Why would you now say doesn't he have better things to do?
They will meet now. It's not far again.
Anyways, Merab said it now. He said Shea Sugar said he's going to be 70% more better. That he's excited to want to face.
That's why he was catching mob stick. He was catching mob stick.
Okay. Those guys are just living their life. They are living the best of it. It was such fun just watching him and Easy just vibing. They're just vibing now. It was just good vibes in the cage with them.
Closest to the floor.
Okay. Oh, that one na meme now. And let's talk about the card this weekend. Gamrot is fighting this weekend.
Actually, a legend.
Yeah, he showed the sparring video of him and Dustin where they fight Max. Max they have fun or have his own fun. Gamrot is fighting Ludovic Klein. Yeah. What do you think?
It's another classic grappler striking issue like this now that we are still going to face.
Yeah.
And I'm still saying it. A lot of grapplers this season haven't really been up to par.
Yeah.
The strikers have shown that their hands and their legs can.
And he's quite older than the guy. The guy is 30 years old. Gamrot is 34 years old. Well, and the guy is on like a 5 unbeaten streak.
Yes, he has no contest out of like 7 fights. I mean,
yeah.
It's not even that. I'm just saying like all the strikers I've expected have maybe I felt like okay, because me as a fan of fighting, I love grappling. I love to see somebody like want to do something to you and you take the person to the ground and there's nice ground and pound. But none of that has been happening again. None of that has happened in the recent fights that we've seen. So to me now, I'm starting to weigh towards the strikers. And if Cleans, like I was watching his highlights, if what he has shown is what he has to offer, he will still be undefeated to like 10 or 12. Yeah.
So you think Ludovic is going to win Gamrot?
Yeah, I'll go for the striker. Let me gamble it and go for my striker this time around.
You know, Gamrot has been clamoring for fights all year. Anytime a fight is cancelled or a fighter gets injured, I just think he's coming with a bad intention purpose and he's just going to. In fact, I see him submitting the guy.
What chances does he have? Now
he's the grappler now.
Okay, now other than submission, like let's look at positions in their weight classes. Right? Yeah. Even if he wins now, he's not moving more than 2 points ahead.
Gamrot.
Yeah.
That's why when he was having
his title fight now, if there's ever going to be a title fight.
When he was having the interview with RL, he wasn't particularly. He obviously wants to be champion, and he knows that the window for him is little.
Yeah, it's very little.
Yeah, but he said he just wants a fight. No one wants to fight him. He called out. I said he called out. They were trying to book him and Sayuken. Sayuken refused the fight.
But anyway, if I was Sayuken, I'll say yes. I don't need to go back to my past again now.
That's what he said. Yeah. And then to our main event, Erin Blanchfield, cold-blooded, and Maycee Barber, the future.
That's a fight that is going to decide the next title fight.
Yeah.
Now, if and I'm going for the striker again here.
Who is
Maycee?
But Maycee is not just a striker.
Yes.
She grapples. She's aggressive. She comes forward, and she has that.
In all her highlights, I never saw her like on the back foot.
No, she's always
in all the highlights I watched.
Yes,
she was never on the back foot,
and she's been on a serious tear.
If Erin is not careful, this is not going to end very. It's going to be a very quick night. That's my prediction of that one. It's going to end very, very fast. It's not going to go the distance.
So who are you picking?
I'm going for Maycee.
Maycee is on a 6 fights winning streak,
and I'm saying Maycee first or second round, not even just his first or second round.
Yeah,
but she's clean with her striking, you know.
Yeah, she's gotten better though. But guess who is the favorite?
Cool.
Blanchfield.
Yeah, but then she lost to Marion. I watched that. The
highlights. She lost to Marion.
And yes. I watched the highlights of that fight. She wasn't impressive. She wasn't. What
do you think? How do you think she now does it?
Okay, Marion is a good striker.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fighter she's going to face again.
Yes.
Do you think she has learned from that fight? Maybe. She came back and won rules. We agree, but she won her grappling.
Yes.
She didn't win her striking. So this one now is her going to prove that what happened with Marion like this now was a fluke. But I doubt any striker that is on par this season that has, and a lot of like fighting science this year changed a lot for myself, and I don't know if other people are noticing it, but this is one of the years that we are seeing body shot knockouts.
Yeah,
very frequently.
Yeah, yes.
And all of that is happening against grapplers, wrestlers. Now, does it mean that style of fighting is slowly phasing out, or that people that are grappling now are not just good enough, are not just on par?
I think in the fighting scene there's always some form of development. Like it gets to a period of time where the strikers just like the fighting nets, where they just have a form of striking that you find it hard to figure out. Then there comes a cycle too where the wrestling too just get, there was a time they were not even using knees, or they were not using elbows, using elbows as or trips, and that's just the joy of we fans that watch fights.
But for this fight with the highlights I saw of Erin, she's okay on the ground. She can go. She will hold her own. If mistakenly she takes Maycee down, it's going to end very quickly.
So who are you picking?
I'm picking Maycee first or second round.
Future Barber.
Knockouts.
I think I agree with you too on this.
This one now is ending in
knockout.
Somebody you sleep in that particular. Because then
it's going to be a grueling match though, because it's 5 rounds. But do you see female fights? Hardly do you see them going 5. No, they go 5 rounds.
Even if they go 5 rounds, this particular one now, nobody wants anybody that's okay. Whoever you fight now, you're probably going to fight. You're probably 1 or 2, just one fight away from the title fight. If there's anything in your way. Now, do you want to go and fight a Maron or a Shevchenko?
It's Shevchenko and Natalia now.
Yeah, but do you want to go and fight any of those 2 level of fighters?
You mean Maycee? Maycee doesn't care. I'm sure Maycee will want to. Maycee wants she at a point she wanted to be the youngest champion in UFC history.
Okay.
Then she had her 2 lost the real. And then since then she's come back.
Yes, I come back on a streak. That's another thing. Not just come back on a streak.
Exciting times are near, and we'll be on to watch the fight this weekend. And guys, thank you for watching. When you watch, kindly subscribe. And guys, thank you for coming, Gator. It's
love and light.
It's a wrap, yo.
The casual experience.